Manchester United winger Antony is reportedly eager to remain at Old Trafford for at least the first half of the season. Ever since the £84 million signing arrived at Old Trafford at the beginning of 2022-23, he has failed to deliver on the fee that United shelled out on his signature. Just 5 goals have come from 38 starts and 17 substitute outings in the Premier League, with a total of 11 strikes and 5 assists being recorded from 83 appearances in all competitions. With Amad Diallo having been promoted up the pecking order under Erik ten Hag, the 24-year-old has been restricted to just 1 brief substitute outing during the early weeks of this season. Even with Jadon Sancho having departed for Chelsea, Antony is, at best, 4th in line for a starting role on the flanks, naturally casting doubt as to whether he has a future at the Theatre of Dreams. Given his price tag and 3 years remaining on his contract, it was unrealistic to expect any club to be willing to spend what would be necessary to sign the Brazil international on a permanent basis this summer. Nevertheless, the possibility of a loan stint away from United has seemingly remained on the table, particularly in recent days, with Turkish clubs eyeing late deals before their transfer window closes on Friday. In response to Galatasaray getting a deal for Victor Osimhen over the line, Fenerbahce boss Jose Mourinho has reportedly been open to making a statement edition of his own. Although acquiring Antony's services would be little comparison to that of Osimhen's, it would be another attacking signing when they are challenging for silverware on 3 fronts. However, according to ESPN, Antony would prefer to remain at United at least until the turn of the year. The report says that the former Ajax star is eager to earn more game time under Ten Hag rather than explore an opportunity at a different club. When everyone is fit, Alejandro Garnacho is perhaps the only wide player who will be viewed as a certain starter by Ten Hag. Marcus Rashford has been largely inconsistent for the best part of the year, while Amad is still adjusting to life being an important player at the club. Manchester United were reportedly one of 3 clubs who made a summer swoop for Tottenham Hotspur's Cristian Romero. The 26-year-old has enjoyed a success-laden time over the past 2 years on the international scene, lifting the World Cup in Qatar and Copa America in the United States. On the club stage, Romero has formed an excellent partnership at the heart of the Tottenham backline with Mickey van der Ven, who joined the club last summer. Since the beginning of the 2023-24 season, the Argentina man has netted 6 times in the Premier League, more strikes than any other defender over that period. During his first 3 years in North London, Romero has made 101 appearances for the Lily-Whites across all competitions, scoring on 7 occasions. According to Argentinian news outlet TYC Sports, there were 3 clubs who inquired about the availability of Tottenham's Romero during the summer transfer window. The report states that Spurs Premier League rivals Man United were exploring the possibility of a deal for the 26-year-old, who has also been on the books of Atalanta, Juventus and Genoa in Italy. As well as the Red Devils, it is understood that Champions League holders Real Madrid and French champions Paris Saint-Germain were also keen on a swoop for Romero. With Tottenham head coach Ange Postecoglou desperate to keep hold of the defender, the North Londoners did not enter negotiations with any of the interested parties. It is believed that Man United were serious in their fondness of Romero, inquiring about the centre-back at the start of the summer window in June. With Tottenham rejecting Man United's advances for Romero early in the summer, the Red Devils were seemingly forced to move on to secondary targets. Erik ten Hag's troops recruited 2 players at centre-back, including Lainery Euro, who is yet to make his competitive debut for the club due to an injury sustained in pre-season. On the contrary, fellow summer arrival Matthijs de Ligt has featured in all 3 of Man United's Premier League fixtures before the international break. The Red Devils have also strengthened at right-back, with Morocco international Nasser Mazraoui making the switch from Bayern Munich to the Theatre of Dreams. Virgil van Dijk was left furious after Manchester United defender Matthijs de Ligt made an error leading to an equaliser in the Netherlands Nations League fixture against Germany. The pair lined up at centre-back against Germany, and watched on as Ronald Koeman's side took a second-minute lead through AC Milan midfielder Tijani Reinders. But the Netherlands fell apart from then on, with an error from de Ligt preceding a chain of disastrous events. Attempting to play out from the back, the new United signing's pass was intercepted, resulting in a Germany move that was finished off by former Brighton forward Dennis Undav. After the goal went in, a livid Van Dijk punched the ground in frustration before appearing to gesture towards his defensive partner. De Ligt was then substituted at halftime by Koeman, with the Netherlands 2-1 down after Joshua Kimmich gave Germany the lead. He was replaced by Brighton defender Jan-Paul van Hecke, who slotted in alongside Van Dijk at centre-back. Denzel Dumfries then levelled the scores once more with a 51st-minute goal for Koeman's side, who beat Bosnia and Herzegovina 5-2 in their opening Nations League match in Ligue A. Dutch media were critical of De Ligt's performance in that game, but Koeman dispelled any doubts over whether he would keep his place against Germany. He told Voetbal International, "We talked about it briefly. That focused on the goal. He is not in a good position. He did not come out well with his steps. That was an individual bad moment from a defender. You have to learn from that, but also not be too dramatic about it. He also had very good moments on the ball. That resulted in another big chance, when he played directly forward once. But it is clear that he also has to improve." His positioning for Ermedin Demirovic's first goal has been called into question, with the Netherlands defender playing his opponent onside. De Ligt was later caught ball-watching for Bosnia's second goal, allowing Edin Dzeko to make it 3-2, setting up a nervy finish before Wout Weghorst and Xavi Simons sealed victory late on. Speaking after the final whistle, De Ligt told Dutch outlet Numbers, "I think you know how I feel. We won. But then comes the individual part. I should have done better at their second goal, and I know that. I don't really know what happened. I should have cleared the ball, but I kept having doubts during the play. It's just FD. If this game is a missed opportunity for me? I don't know, I just try to do my best." Reflecting on De Ligt's poor individual performance, Netherlands boss Koeman said it was important to put it into perspective. He himself realizes that he was in the wrong position. "This should not happen, but mistakes are part of football," said Koeman. "I think it is unfair to make a big deal out of it." De Ligt claimed his lack of match action in recent months was partly responsible for his error before Bosnia's second goal. "What I'm saying is, I'm just doing my best," De Ligt added. "I also know that there are times when I can do better. It's also been a long time since I played 90 minutes. If I have to name something, I'm most satisfied with that. That second goal where I can get my footing, I know from myself the more matches I play, the better my footwork gets. That is of course no excuse at all, and I don't want to use it at all. But in my head I know that I will do better next time."